Hey everybody, it's Tanya here to take you through what the planets are up to this week, beginning Monday, the 28th of October. Now, the biggest thing is the 28th is the new moon in Scorpio. Now, what happens at the new moon is that the sun and the moon are in the same spot in the sky. At a full moon, they're opposite each other. So, what it means at the moment is that there is no light in the sky physically. Like if you watch the moon over a month, you'll see that it waxes and wanes, and at a new moon, the sky is very, very dark. Um, so we can often find it hard to see what's coming up. New moons represent new beginnings. It's when we're meant to set intentions for the month ahead. And sometimes it can be a bit scary because we're not exactly sure where this intention will take us, or what the path ahead of us is all about and what awaits us. So it can be a bit difficult to actually set an intention because as humans, we often like to know what is going on and what we're getting into. Now it's happening in the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is all about depth and transformation. It's very magnetic, as I've said last week as well, and very complex, very magical. And it feels like this is a time for us to actually step into a new self. And that can feel quite scary because we don't exactly know who or what this new self is going to be, because we can't see ahead of it. It may have felt recently that you're coming up against blocks in your life. Things aren't really flowing. Expectations aren't being met. And it can be quite frustrating and very uncomfortable, and you're not quite sure what this change is. And I did write a blog post on this, which I posted today, where I just really felt that the discomfort that we're experiencing is because we're holding on to the old, and we're not allowing ourselves to actually step into the new and have trust that this transformation is for our greater good. So even though it may be feeling quite uncomfortable at the moment to let go of an old idea or belief or personal situation or whatever it is for you, the change is coming, because the other element, which is pretty big with this new moon, is that it's happening in opposition to Uranus in Taurus. So both Scorpio and Taurus are fixed signs. So that means they like to hold on um, to what's happening, to see things through. And Uranus is a planet which is all about change. So having this planet wanting to shake things up in Taurus has made people a bit uncomfortable, depending on where it's happening in their lives. I've actually had a lot of clients come to me who have been in a job for a really long time, and they're at the moment wanting to change. And these feelings actually started for them when Uranus went into their 10th house, where their Taurus is. And so this is causing us to reflect and, really look at these situations and these old beliefs that we've held for a long time, and really make that change to let go of them. And so I feel like this moment of this new moon being new beginnings, it's helping us to get our mind into the change mindset, into that growth mindset of helping us to release some of these old things we've been holding on to. And whatever it is that you're thinking of doing, it's okay that you don't actually have a plan just yet. What you need right now is the desire and the trust in yourself that you're going to make it happen. Because the other big thing that's happening this week is that Mercury is going retrograde from the 31st of October, Halloween, until the 20th of November. And this is also happening in the sign of Scorpio. So when Mercury is in Scorpio, it acts like the detective, which is actually pulling up, getting to the bottom of things and pulling up all of the information. So, right now at this new moon, decide what it is you want, release your attachment to the old, and then use the transit of Mercury, this retrograde period, to help yourself dig deep into working out how you're going to make this happen, and um, what you are creating and what you're stepping into and transforming. So it's going to be a bit of a powerful week. Scorpio is a very powerful sign. Um, it's one of my favorite signs, to be honest. I don't know whether that's just because I have my moon in Scorpio, um, but I do feel, very excited here in Scorpio season at the moment. Like, I feel like it's really positive. It's kind of dredging up those very sort of last bits of ourselves that, between now and the end of the year, these last little bits that we've been working through this year, they're all coming out to the fore, so we can move forward in 2020 and create a really beautiful new beginning then. So it's kind of like when you have a cold, and at the end of the cold you have all this, you're still stuffed up, and you have to somehow keep getting rid of it. It's like, this is just helping us get rid of all of that excess muck in our systems, um, and helping us get really clear on where we're going. So that's pretty much all I have for you this week. Check out my blog post at merakicoaching.com if you want to have a read of that. I also have some like tips and reflection questions for you to think about at this new moon to help you get through this process. So hope you have a great week, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye.